Las Vegas at the Sherwin-Williams Automotive Refinishing Group. We have a special guest with us here today. We got Dustin from Matrix Institute. How are you, Dustin?
Doing well, Fadi. Thanks for having me.
On the show. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So what an amazing show this year, huh?
This is my first time at SEMA, and more than I even realized. Outstanding.
This is your first trip to SEMA.
First trip to SEMA.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on over here on this trip. Yeah, so
and this is just one small portion of it.
Yeah. Well, we're at our favorite refinisher out there is the Sherwin-Williams refinisher. A lot of people know that I used to have body shops, and that was my product of choice.
Very good.
So Dustin, tell us a little bit about yourself and who you're with.
I spent almost 20 years running Ford dealerships, actually, and left from the retail industry to start a trade school, Matrix Trade Institute in Cleveland, Ohio. And one of the most important parts about making a large Ford dealership is having a very successful, profitable body shop and having a good paint partner. So it was a natural transition for us to do collision repair and refinish training at our school. We want to take a totally different approach to bringing people into the industry and training them in a way that will make them much more productive, much faster, to the benefit of all shop owners.
Okay, so now Matrix Trade Institute, where are you guys located?
We're in Beechwood, which is a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio,
yes.
Which kind of works out well because it's very close to where this company is.
We are a driver and a 9-iron away from Sherwin-Williams, you betcha.
Yeah.
Great company.
You went from Ford, you got into training, which is a big part of what we try to promote at Skillstrader. Is how do we train the people? How do we get them up to speed on the technologies? What are you guys doing that's a little different out there than what, for example, what the schools are doing, or maybe some of your competitors?
Yeah, we have some real differentiators, and these were things that we recognized being on the industry side. First of all, we are an 85% hands-on institution. We don't waste a lot of time with books. We don't waste a lot of time with boring lectures or presentations or demonstrations. We take small bites and we train and we repeat. We induce efficiency training and then we repeat and then we repeat. We only go to school from 8 to 1, and then our students every day go to paid internships, so they are applying what they are learning hands-on every day in the field, which promotes confidence. Confidence is the #1 ingredient to efficiency, and then they already have a place and a relationship with an employer, and so far we have an 100% placement rate, and it seems to be working very well.
And who are you guys working with when it comes to placements of students? Like, is it more body shops, is it the dealerships? Like, where?
Both. We are working with large companies like DCR in the collision side. Penske Automotive sponsors our school as an employer sponsor, and then some other local large dealer groups and repair shops who recognize they want students who can be productive right away. So what we focus on is how does our training make the student productive day one.
Day one. Awesome. So, so you guys are more hands-on. A typical school might have about 25 students to one professor. At Matrix, is that same ratio, or is it a little smaller groups?
No, we have a different expense structure, a different model completely, and we make sure that we are 5-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. You can't merchandise that you're going to teach someone to be proficient, let alone efficient, if he's one in a group of 20 or 30 people. But if he's only 2 or 3 people away from an instructor who understands why we're teaching what we're teaching any at all times, an instructor can observe hands-on training if it's a small group.
Yes.
So we have to do that in order to deliver on what we say we're going to deliver.
Make sure that they're getting the right tools to be able to get into the industry.
Yeah, you have to see mistakes before you can correct them, and you can't see mistakes hands-on with a large group of students.
Yeah, I mean, what we're trying to do here at Trade Talks is we want to highlight the opportunities that are found in trades in general, but more specifically automotive, which is why we're here.
Absolutely.
We hear all these success stories of people that start off, at one level in a body shop or an automotive shop, and then they grow and grow and grow and eventually become even owners, right?
Sure.
So, what can you tell our viewers, like a success story, or why should someone really look at automotive, like for career opportunity?
There's not a trade in the industry, Fadi, that doesn't say we're starving for people. But I don't think many kids grow up wanting to work on toilets. I don't think people want to climb up on an electrical pole during a windstorm. And I think that cars are still awesome.
Yeah.
Kids growing up thinking cars are still cool.
Yeah.
Whether you're fixing cars or painting cars, you can use your artistic ability. We have a luxury that most trades don't have. We're still cool.
Yeah.
What we fail to do as an industry is find a way to develop the best and youngest and brightest by offering them the ability to grow and know what that growth is going to look like. Okay, so a large part of what we do at Matrix is we actually train people that already work for businesses. The businesses send them to us 2 weeks at a time, and we spend 2 weeks with efficiency training and hands-on training to get them to learn the next level of the skill. So that the responsibility is not on the employer to develop the employee while they're trying to run the chaos of a live collision repair center or a large shop. We're the lever that the industry can use to develop their people to make that look more attractive and to keep them from leaving the industry for another $1 per hour somewhere else. We want to keep them in because we have so much of an advantage over other trades. We need to make sure that we are training the people that already decide to get in, which will make it much easier to recruit people who are not yet in if they see that path is there and it's attainable.
Yeah, well, you know what? Speaking about cool, I mean, you're right, cool cars. If you look at the show, I mean, there's a lot of cool vehicles over here. And
the Plumbers Convention is not this cool, I promise you.
It's not this big, yeah, probably not this big.
Yeah.
And you know what? Looking at the sheer size of events like SEMA, you can see that the industry is thriving and it is growing, and it is looking for talented people.
Yeah.
So, what can we do as an industry? What can a company like Skillstrader that's looking there to attract more people to the trade? What can we do to go out there and maybe open up the eyes of people of what's happening in the automotive?
So let's use a sports analogy.
Okay, I like sports.
A player goes to Duke for one reason. He knows he's going to get to the NBA. A player chooses Alabama for one reason. He knows he's going to the NFL. We need to get young people to recognize that if they enter this industry or they enter the proper schools or they partner with companies like Skillstrader, they need to know that that is their entry point to a successful opportunity as long as they show up and work hard and are receptive to training. Yes. I think what the trades in general, and guilty we are in the automotive trade as well, we just assumed people wanted to do this and we just assumed that they would get where they needed to be. We need to escort them and show them the path that if they get into this industry and apply themselves, that we have already mapped it out for how they can be very successful. That's where it's at. That's where the industry has to hold themselves responsible and say, we've got to show them how to get from A to Z. Just like Duke says, play 2 years, you'll get drafted. Alabama says, play 2 years, you'll get drafted. You sign up with Skillstrader, you're off and running. You go to a school like Matrix, that's what you need to realize the benefit of your investment in your time and your future. These are talented kids. These are talented veterans. We need to show them the path and execute for them if we expect them to execute.
That's very kind words for us as well. So now, Matrix is in Cleveland, Ohio. Are there plans for expansions? Hate to put you guys on the spot, but are you guys looking to expand across the country? Maybe even to Arbor, even coming to Canada one day?
We would love to. We did not do this to have one school.
Okay.
We were making too much money just to do that, but we left from the industry because we knew that we could do something great and something bigger. So we're already talking to 2 or 3 cities. And we believe that once this model proves itself out in one city, what's been exciting is we have other folks saying, hey, when are you coming? So we plan to expand probably within the next year. And I think once we do it once, it's just going to sort of be like...
Yeah, I mean, it's good that you're giving the hands-on training. Let's be honest here. I mean, there's so much that you can learn from an online course. Yeah. You really got to be able to touch, and you got to be able to weld, and you got to be able to understand how the paint works and how things lay. Giving people the hands-on experience is really kind of, just like everything changes and education changes and technologies change and things advance, the way we teach people has to change as well.
We want to say that millennials don't work hard or they don't apply themselves. I don't subscribe to that any more than I subscribe to people don't want to be mechanics. They do. We have to show them how to do it and let them practice and give them confidence. Tiger Woods didn't become a great golfer because he didn't have a golf club in his hand every day.
Yeah, he practiced a lot.
He hit 1,000 balls a day, and that's where his confidence came from, and that's why he won a couple golf tournaments.
Yeah.
To think that we should train mechanics using textbooks and observation, we're all messed up. It's a hands-on application, repetition, and efficiency model that we need to adopt and explode if we expect to recruit and really train people to be the next generation of good, efficient mechanics. Collision repair, everything else.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, Dustin, it's a busy time. We really appreciate you taking some time to spend some time with us on Trade Talks. I know you got a lot of shows still left to see.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being here.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Everybody for tuning in to Trade Talks. Yeah. Again, we're at the Sherwin-Williams booth here at SEMA. It's 2019. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Thank you.